Well, I just about got through this project before I realized it'd be a good one to document. This end of the couch, my kids would push on this end or lean on it, and there's a board in here with some cardboard over it, has some padding on it. The board inside broke, and so it just collapsed in. Well, I used a what you call a FID. It's actually a paracord needle. I got that in to work the fabric fibers apart to make a hole, which I'll help close up later. I got that in to get in and pry, and then I could get my screwdriver in and I could pry the wood up, try to piece the cardboard there to let it sit there, and then good old foam. I wanted something to stick in so that the foam wouldn't get on the fabric, so I make a straw, put that inside the straw, and that straw lets it pull out without it getting on the fabric. The stuff you want is the regular gaps and cracks, not the window stuff, because this when it expands will it's more rigid. So this is the kind you want for this kind of project. So basically lift the wood up inside and put some of this inside, and then it'll expand, it'll set up, and it'll hold that piece of wood up inside where the edge of the couch arm sits on it. So I got this one. I already sprayed foam in here, but I just got this one ready. I'm going to spray foam over on this side. And I didn't think of filming it until after I was part way through the project. So fortunately I remembered. So let's see if we can. Of course, it's hard to know. Anybody's guess is as good as mine how much to put in. Of course, this is an old can, so it may not be expanding like it normally does. So surely it's not going to expand too much. Okay, so now I pull out the straw. So I'll leave those straws in for now and try to just work them loose later on. And then once you do, then you can kind of tease the fabric back together. Maybe I'll do that later when I get to that point. Okay, I tried pulling these out, but it's just taking off. It's just gooey inside there, and there's like a glom on the end of the straw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them off, and then just make sure I don't cut the fabric, and then I'm just gonna push it in. Like so. Okay, if you come up here closer, you can see how the fabric is spread the whole, but the threads aren't broken. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of tease the fabric back, buddy. Hey, just a minute. Doing a video. Just kind of tease the fabric back together. Like so. Now, is it going to be as good as new? No. But we just don't want it to look like a piece of junk. There you go. See if you can see the holes. while we're waiting for the couch project in there to set up for me to take the straws out, I thought I would show how I keep these foam spray cans of foam to be reused over and over again. I've done different ways in the past, but this one is the best that has worked the best for me so far. What you need is you need some acetone. If you have a bottle, like an old glue bottle or something that has a tip that can fit inside the straw. I always have acetone around, so this is easy for me. But what you do, if you don't have acetone, you can also use mineral spirits if you do it really quickly. If you can do it right after you get done, mineral spirits will work, or paint thinner. But acetone will actually work even after it's sat in there for a little bit. So what you do is you find a trash can. Over here and down in there I've got some paper towels, but get that in there. Just let it sit in there and you'll be able to see it kind of, like that. It'll dissolve it. Just let it sit in there until it kind of flows a little faster. Yeah, now it's about full. Okay, so then that's the inside. Then you get a rag. Got this one here. Clean the outside off. Like so. When this sets up, after this dries, or after there'll be some like little bubbles of the polyurethane foam in there. And what I found, because this is polyethylene, I have an air hose. You can follow me over here. I have an air hose that has a small tip on it. What I do is I put that in there, and I'll blow some air through it. So I do that first off, and then when I get ready to reuse the straw again, I'll blow some air through it to get that little chunk of foam out. Is it worth taking the time to do this rather than buying another can? No, not really, but you're not always, I live 20 minutes away from the store that has this foam, so sometimes you need it in a pinch or an emergency. But in the straw there, you put a little in there for it to dissolve what's in that straw. After do that, you'll notice there, when you might have seen the bubbles. That means that the seal doesn't seal up. That means that I need to take some additional measures. What I've got here is a screw that fits inside this hole, but I've got some Teflon tape wrapped around it to seal the threads. What I do is I'll put that in there, and that's, there's not a lot of pressure coming out of that can, but this is usually just enough to keep that propellant from escaping. And actually, I've had this sitting on the shelf for a few months, just like this, and so it's kept it. I was able to use it for this project. There's that. That's how you reuse spray can of foam.